Howdy folks, welcome to a quick tutorial in Starship EVO. I wanted to make a self-closing door, so I was fiddling around and got it figured out, at least one way to do it. So I'm going to show how to do this with a single push button, and then we'll do a two push button setup where we have a button on the inside and outside of the base. So this is pretty straightforward. Now you'll probably want everything hidden away except for the push buttons, but for this example I've got everything right here by the door so we can see what's going on. And with my link tool, you can see how this is set up. Now if you don't want any delay and you just want to push button your door, you can use a push button linked to a toggle switch, and then the toggle switch is linked to the door. And then the switch maintains the state. So you just hit the toggle, it toggles the button toggles the door. This adds on to that with a delay, or no, I think it's called a timer gate. And then we also have an event gate. So let's just go through this one by one. So we have this top button here. The button maintains the state of the door. So it's either on or off, and the door is open or closed. Push button toggles that switch. And then we also have an event gate. So this pulls in events from various things. So in this case, we're linking the door to the event gate. And then the event, it says timer gate because I think that's what it's activating, but this is an event gate. So the event of the door opening and closing causes this to output stuff. So the event gate then is tied to this timer gate. I can figure that I've got it set for 5 seconds. So then when you push the button or the switch and the state of the door changes, this is going to output a signal which triggers this timer. Then after 5 seconds, this timer is going to output a signal, and we've got that linked to the push button. So it just toggles the state back to closed. I hope that makes sense. So if I push this button, toggles the switch, which makes the door open. The event of the door opening goes to here, which fires off the wait. After 5 seconds, it basically pushes the button again. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm going to get this set up with a logic gate, so we can use a push button on the outside as well, and we'll go over that. Okay, I think I have this working. It seems a little fidgety. I'm not sure what's going on. But basically what I've done is I've put in this OR logic gate. Hit F on here. You can pick which kind of logic gate. So OR will activate if any input is active. So if we push this button, go to clip mode real quick, or this button, they're both tied to the OR gate. So I'm going to bring up my link tool. So we hit the OR gate. You see this button is, the outside button is coming in, this button is coming in, and also the timer is coming in. So that's 3 inputs on the OR gate. If any of those activate, it toggles the switch. So that's the main change. Instead of this pushing a button, it pushes the OR gate. And it seems to work. It is a little bit fiddly sometimes. I went ahead and set the timer to 3 seconds just so it's quicker to test. Yeah, like that. Sometimes it doesn't quite work. It may be a timing thing. If you wait a little bit, it seems to work fine. So I'm still learning this game. But anyway, that's how you can make a self-closing door using a few of the functions. I'll set this back to 5. Give myself a little more time to get through the door. There we go. And yeah, you can get more complex, but that's the basics of a self-closing door using either 1 push button or 2. Thanks for watching.